Hey everyone, welcome to our video. We'll be using this video to demonstrate how to identify any at-risk trees during your site inspection, how to drill into the root crown of a suspicious tree to determine if it has any tree piping or a root crown subterranean termite nest, how to confirm the presence of subterranean termites, how to then fill the drill hole once complete to protect the tree from any fungal attack in the future. What is tree piping and why do timber pest inspectors need to know about it? There's a number of economically significant termite species, including Coptotermes, Shedorhinotermes, Mastotermes, and some species of Nasutotermes that are capable of hollowing out trees over time in a process commonly referred to as tree piping. You can see the image displayed where the heartwood of the tree is completely gone, leaving the tree very vulnerable. Tree piping describes the internal decay or the hollowing of a tree trunk, which can be caused by termite nesting and foraging, but it can also result from fungal decay or a combination of both. For timber pest inspectors and their customers, tree piping is a significant concern. Concealed subterranean termite colonies nesting within trees often go undetected, yet they can cause dramatic termite pressure on nearby buildings. A hollowed tree can act as a persistent source of infestation, allowing alates, those winged reproductive termites, to disperse and successfully establish new colonies in surrounding areas. The structural integrity of the tree itself is also compromised. Severe piping can cause trees to collapse, posing a risk to people, buildings, fences, and other supporting structures. Even if the tree remains alive, extensive termite activity in the Cadmian region, which is the vital layer just beneath the bark where nutrients are exchanged between the roots and leaves, will eventually kill the tree. In summary, tree piping not only threatens the health and safety of the tree, but also represents an ongoing risk of infestation and damage to nearby structures, including your client's home. You should always be considering suspicious trees and ask your client if they'd be interested in tree drilling and testing to hopefully reduce the risk of termite pressure on their home. So before we get into the nitty-gritty, let's just talk about subterranean termites nests and where they'll be located if you're looking inside of a tree. They're most likely going to be in the soil at the root crown of the tree, where they will establish their nest material, and then the workings will go up through the middle of the tree, usually the heartwood, but can be the sapwood, extending usually 1 to 1.5 meters above the ground inside of the tree, and that working will become narrower and narrower as you extend up the tree. So step 1, you need to find trees that are suspicious. You need to be looking for evidence of dead and dying trees, evidence of borer or other timber pests. You might see exit holes or larva feeding marks, old termite leads on the external part of the tree. You might see wood decay at the base of the tree or even ant leads. So you can see this is an at-risk tree. You may even palpate the tree and find it to be hollow, and as you peel back that thin layer, you may even show the termite workings and gallery systems just beneath the bark of the tree, which this is the Cadmian layer. So this tree is now dead. You might see mud leads on the external part of the tree. These may be old and brittle and falling apart, or they might be active and have live termite cases inside of them. You might even see a hypergeal nest or ground mound, an arboreal nest with active mud leads extending from the ground to the arboreal nest, like these Nasutotermes walkeri species. And you peel back those mud leads, now we can see the Nasutotermes here, the soldiers. But just don't forget those other timber structures such as tree stumps, fence posts, power poles, or any other structure you think may contain a basal or subterranean nest. Step 2, before you inform your customer, you need to consider the risk that the suspicious tree may pose to your customer's building. There's no point in drilling, injecting termiticide into a tree if it doesn't even pose a risk to the home itself. So be thinking high risk areas would be within 30 meters, but with some species they can forage up to 100 meters. You also need to consider, where is this tree located? Is it on the land of the owner of the property that you are speaking to, or is it in council land or crown owned land where you won't even be able to treat it if you want to? So you need to consider getting permission from the customer itself. This includes getting a quote and discussing timings and costings with your customer before you go ahead. So once you have permission to go ahead, you need to collect the items you will need. You'll need a battery-powered drill and a couple of drill bits as they can break, usually 9 to 15 millimeter in diameter. You are going to need the PPE required, determined by your risk assessment of the site. So don't forget to include eye protection, ear protection, and skin protection. You are also going to need the tools required to fill in the drill hole once completed to protect the tree from future fungal attack. This includes a timber dowel the same size as your drill bit, timber putty, fungicide, or an acrylic caulking compound. And you can include grafting solution if you wish. You'll also need a device that you can put into the test drilling hole once completed to determine whether you have termites inside of any workings or piping that you find. This can be a borescope, a thermometer, or a blade of grass. You then need to drill into the tree. Start by drilling into the root crown at a 45-degree angle, pointed towards the center of the root crown of the tree. You need to stop if you feel resistance give, as if you're about to pop through into a hollow area. If you don't find anything at the root crown, try a little bit higher into the tree, remembering that their workings can extend up to 1 to 1.5 meters. Once you have drilled no more than 3 to 4 holes in each tree, you need to inspect for any evidence of subterranean termites. You can use your borescope, you can use a temperature probe, or you can use a blade of grass. With a borescope, extend the borescope in, looking for evidence of any casts or workings. With a blade of grass, you want to insert the blade of grass in, leave it for a couple of minutes. Any soldiers that are present may attach onto the blade of grass, which you'll find when you remove the blade of grass. Just remember that some termite species haven't developed really good mandibles to be able to grasp onto a blade of grass, and this method isn't always the best way to go. Or you can insert a thermometer probe. You want to be thinking about the ambient temperature between the external outside temperature and what may be the temperature on the inside of the tree. If there's no termite workings or termite nest, you're likely to see a cooler tree on the inside. However, if you do have the presence of a subterranean nest inside the tree, you will see temperatures between 30 to 35 degrees. It's quite normal to think you have found a tree that has termites, only to find nothing but ants. Once termites have seen ant predation occur in their nesting systems, they will quickly leave that area and search for a safer place to nest. You may even see a tree that has every single sign of termite nesting, only to find that they have long gone and everything is completely empty. This is okay. You can just reassure your customer that there is no termites or active termites located in that tree, and therefore no need to treat the tree. This is why we do test drilling. Once complete, you'll need to seal the tree to prevent it from getting a fungal attack in the future. Insert some registered fungicide into your test drill hole. Take some wooden putty insert it into the hole in order to seat the wooden dowel. Insert your wooden dowel, ensuring that it's pushed in far enough to be flush with the external tree. And then ensure you seal the wooden dowel with some more wood putty. To summarise, you've learned how to identify at-risk trees during your timber pest inspection, how to test drill suspicious looking trees to either confirm or deny the presence of subterranean termites, and how to protect the tree once complete. Well done, guys. Next, you can watch a video on how to treat subterranean termite nests if you do find them.